So, you guys have kind of followed my little journey of okra and planting the Clemson spineless this year and how it did not go according to plan. I was really frustrated because the tips of the plants rotted, and this is a really good example of that. They just rotted and stopped growing well, and right here they're rotting in a lot of places too, and that was really frustrating. And then some of them were green like they were supposed to, but it didn't at all produce in the way that it should have. They were susceptible to disease, and Clemson spineless are one of my favorite okras, so improved heavy hitter version of that was so exciting for me, and I'm so frustrated with these seeds. Not only that, but tell me why we live in like one of the best places to grow okra here in Southeast Texas, but they didn't produce well, and now they have all these flowers and fruit producing when cooler weather came in. So I definitely think that these seeds, this flower's not any good, but these seeds were much better suited for cooler climates than our Texas weather. The plants are coming back, they're doing well, and the crazy thing is they waited to produce well until I pulled out over half of them. So that was really frustrating. And I do have another packet of Clemson spineless seeds. I'm obviously going to give this another chance just because I know for a fact this was not a Clemson spineless plant, and here's how I know. And I wanted to share this because I was so frustrated with this plant, but here's how I know. Look at this. This is a squatty okra, and it is very red and squatty and hard. This reminds me so much of the Texas Hill Country okra with how squatty it is. Clemson spineless tend to be a much longer variety and not nearly as squatty. And then also it's supposed to be a green variety. Okay, Bubba, I'll be there in a second. The little one just woke up from her nap, it seems. So the Clemson spineless are definitely not red. They're supposed to be green, you know, and Heavy Hitter Okra is too. Look, the plant has a lot of red on it, which most of these plants do, which I thought was strange. And then look at that. I mean, that is a massive okra. It is even more red in person. It has more of this color red on it. So, and it's actually about to storm, so it's getting fairly dark here. It is evening time. But I just couldn't believe it. And look, more and more are getting red fruit. So, it really makes me wonder what kind of seed mix-up I've found myself into this year. I know several other people have posted or complained about not getting the seeds that they bought. There's definitely a huge mix-up in seeds throughout the homesteading community, and this just makes me want to raise my own food even more and protect and grow my own seed source. So I'm going to grow the other packet of Clemson spineless seeds that I got. I think those are from Baker Creek Seed Company, and hopefully they do better than this does, and they're not this crazy mixed variety, because this was extremely frustrating for me. And now seeing this okra out here, it looks more like a cow horn than anything. I can definitely say this is not Clemson spineless. This is not Heavy Hitter Okra. This is definitely a mixed seed. Something's not going on, or something is going on that's not right. And you can see this one, it's kind of longer and thinner green okra, but it still has a lot of the red coloring as of the other plant, and I'm very curious about that as well. So I've never heard of green okra turning red under stress or in cooler weather. Definitely not heard of the slender varieties being that chunky, and squatty is really a better term for it. So I am curious about what's going on, and another clue is the fact that these plants are only about 4.5 feet tall versus how tall my Clemson spineless were in the past. If you've seen those, you know we've grown them pretty well and got tons of okra. I mean, just regular Clemson spineless, we were getting a 5-gallon bucket every couple of days easily. So I would definitely like to figure this out. I'm going to try this again in the spring, growing some clemson spineless, and hopefully I have better seed stock and nothing fishy is going on like it is this time. But I really want to know what in the world is happening. So I'm gonna get off here because I really just came out to show off that okra and say, hey, I think I can definitely say this was not purebred Clemson spineless okra at all.